At 63, Harold couldn't get up off the floor without rolling onto his hands and knees first. He walked every morning. 40 minutes, same route, same pace, never missed a day. His doctor called him a model patient, and he still couldn't get up off the floor. Then one morning, he slipped getting out of the bathtub. Nothing broke, but he sat on that cold tile for 22 minutes before his wife heard him call. 40 minutes of walking every single day, and it couldn't save him from his own bathroom floor. 3 months later, Harold is hiking with his grandkids, getting up off the ground after playing with them without thinking twice. What changed wasn't how much he moved, it was what he did. 3 exercises, 15 minutes, 3 times a week. And here's what nobody told him, what most people over 60 never hear from anyone. If walking is your only exercise right now, you are leaving 3 critical systems in your body completely unprotected. Your muscle, your balance, your ability to catch yourself before you fall. I'm going to show you exactly what they are and how to fix them starting today. Stay with me for the next 10 minutes. By the end, you'll have a complete plan you can start today. No gym, no equipment, no guesswork. And if you're over 60 or you love someone who is, don't leave before exercise 3. That one alone could be the difference between living independently at 80 or not. Let's start with what walking actually does and what it doesn't. Your heart benefits, your mood lifts. Blood sugar regulation improves with consistent walking, and that's real, and that matters. But here's what walking doesn't do, and this is where most people have a blind spot. Walking doesn't stop you from losing muscle. After 60, the body starts shedding muscle mass at a rate that most people find genuinely shocking when they hear it. Research consistently shows losses of 3 to 8% per decade, and walking does almost nothing to slow that process. You can walk 5 miles a day and still be losing the muscle you need to get up off the floor, carry your groceries, or catch yourself when you trip. Walking doesn't train your balance in any meaningful way. Think about it. You're moving forward, on flat ground, at a comfortable pace. But falls don't happen on flat ground at a comfortable pace. They happen on wet floors, on uneven pavement, in parking lots, when someone startles you, when you reach for something and shift your weight without thinking. Walking never prepares your body for any of that. And walking doesn't give your bones the kind of challenge they need to stay dense. The impact is simply too gentle. Your skeleton responds to stress, real, directed stress. And a morning stroll, as lovely as it is, doesn't deliver that. So Harold kept walking, and his heart was fine, and his bones kept thinning, his balance kept declining, and the muscles he needed most kept quietly disappearing, until that morning on the bathroom floor. You deserve to know the full picture. So here it is. The first thing your body needs after 60 that walking doesn't give you: lower body strength and stability. Not just the ability to walk forward, the ability to control your body in every direction. To stop a stumble before it becomes a fall. To sit down slowly and stand up without using your hands. To step down off a curb without your knee buckling. The exercise that addresses this better than almost anything else and requires nothing but a chair. The slow chair squat. Stand in front of a sturdy chair, feet about hip-width apart. Cross your arms over your chest or hold them straight out in front of you, whatever helps you balance. Now, slowly lower yourself toward the seat. Take 4 full seconds to go down. 4 seconds. When you just barely touch the seat, don't sit, just touch. Push back up. 3 seconds coming up. That descent is where your muscles are actually being built. Most people drop into chairs. That drop is a missed opportunity, and over years, it becomes a physical deficit. Keep your chest up the whole time. Knees track over your toes. Don't let them cave inward. If you need to use the armrests to get started, that's fine. The goal over time is to need them less. Here's what this exercise is training that walking never touches. The muscles around your hips, your inner thighs, the stabilizers around your knees. These are the muscles that catch you. These are the muscles that keep a stumble from becoming a fall. Research from the National Institute on Aging has consistently identified lower extremity strength as one of the top predictors of fall risk in adults over 65. Week 1 and 2, 8 reps, 2 sets. Rest 90 seconds between sets. Week 3 and 4, 10 reps, 2 sets. Slower on the way down, 5 seconds if you can. Week 5 onwards, 3 sets, and try doing 1 or 2 reps with your arms crossed tight against your chest to remove that counterbalance. It gets significantly harder. Do this 3 times a week. It takes under 6 minutes. That's it. Now, before I get to the second thing, I want you to notice something. How did that description feel? Could you picture yourself doing it? Good. Because the difference between people who stay strong at 70, 80, even 90, and people who don't, usually isn't genetics or luck. It's whether they found something specific and actually did it consistently. Keep watching, because the next 2 things build on this in ways that might surprise you. The second gap walking leaves wide open your upper body and posture. Nobody talks about upper body strength after 60 the way they should. It gets overlooked because people associate it with vanity, lifting weights to look good. That's not what this is about at all. Your upper body strength determines whether you can push yourself up if you fall, whether you can catch yourself on a countertop or railing before you go all the way down, whether you can lift a bag of groceries without straining your shoulder, whether you can get out of bed in the morning without feeling like it's a project, and your posture, the way your spine and shoulders sit, directly affects your breathing, your digestion, your balance, and how much pain you carry in your neck and lower back. Decades of sitting without any counter movement rounds the shoulders forward and pulls the head out in front of the body. Walking does nothing to reverse that. 0. Rounded posture isn't just cosmetic. It changes how your lungs expand. It shifts your center of gravity. It puts chronic low-grade strain on structures that weren't designed to hold that load indefinitely. The fix is simple, and you can do it from any chair in your house. For your posture, sit tall in a sturdy chair, feet flat on the floor. Take a resistance band, or a dish towel pulled taut if you don't have one. Hold it with both hands, arms extended straight in front of you at chest height. Pull it apart slowly, opening your arms wide, and squeeze your shoulder blades together at the end, like you're trying to hold a pencil between them. Hold that squeeze for 2 seconds. Slowly return. That's 1 rep. Keep your chin level. Don't let your head jut forward as you pull. Shoulders stay down, away from your ears. You should feel this between your shoulder blades, in your mid-back, not in your neck. 10 reps, 2 sets to start, 3 times a week. As it gets easier, slow down the movement. 3 seconds out, hold 2, 3 seconds back. Slower is harder, and harder is better. For your upper body strength, stand arm's length from a wall, palms flat on the wall at chest height, feet shoulder width apart, body straight like a plank. Lean in slowly, bending your elbows, chest moving toward the wall, 2 to 3 seconds down. Push back, 2 seconds up. Elbows stay at roughly 45 degrees, not flared out wide. This is a push-up, a real push-up. The wall just makes it accessible, adjustable, and completely joint-friendly. As you get stronger, step back further from the wall. More angle, more resistance. Eventually, move to a countertop. Then, if you want, to the floor. A study published in PLOS One found that upper body pushing strength in adults over 65 was a stronger predictor of 10-year survival than cholesterol levels. Stronger predictor than cholesterol. That finding deserves more attention than it gets. 8 reps, 2 sets, 3 times a week. Build from there. And now, the third gap. The one I told you to stay for. The one most people over 60 have never deliberately trained in their life. Balance. True, active balance. Not the passive balance you use walking forward on flat ground. Active balance. The kind that fires when the ground shifts unexpectedly, when you step off a curb in the dark, when you turn around too fast, and the room seems to tilt for a second. The CDC reports that falls are the leading cause of injury-related death among adults 65 and older in the United States. And the majority of those falls happen not because people were doing something reckless. They happen because the balance system, which is trainable, which responds to practice, was never trained. Here is the simplest, most effective balance drill you can do every single day. Single leg standing. Stand near a counter or the back of a sturdy chair, something to grab if needed, not to lean on. Lift one foot just slightly off the floor. Hold for 20 seconds. Switch sides. That's it. That is the whole exercise. But here's the thing. It's harder than it sounds. And that difficulty is the signal. Your ankle stabilizers, the tiny muscles of your foot, your hip abductors, your visual system, your inner ear, they're all being recruited and trained in those 20 seconds. Every small wobble is your nervous system recalibrating. As this gets easier, and it will, make it harder. Close your eyes for 10 of those 20 seconds. Stand on a folded towel for a slightly unstable surface. Turn your head slowly, side to side, while balancing. These small variations compound significantly over weeks and months. Do this every day, morning, evening, while you're waiting for the kettle. 3 rounds per side. It costs you under 5 minutes, and it is, in the opinion of many fall prevention specialists, the highest return physical investment a person over 60 can make. Harold eventually found this program. He started with the chair squats, barely managed 6 the first day. Week 4, he was doing 3 sets. He told his wife the bathroom floor incident was the best thing that happened to him, because it made him realize that walking, as much as he loved it, was only half the picture. He still walks every morning. Same route, same 40 minutes. But now he knows what it can and can't do for him. Your body's not declining on a fixed schedule. Muscle responds to challenge at 65, at 72, at 80. Balance improves with practice regardless of age. Bone density responds to the right kind of loading. The research on this is clear, and it has been clear for years. The question was never whether your body could respond. The question was whether anyone told you what to actually do. Here's your plan starting today. 3 times a week, 15 minutes. Slow chair squats, 3 sets of 8 to 12 reps. Wall push-aways, 3 sets of 8 to 12. Band pull aparts or towel rows, 3 sets of 10. Every day, 5 minutes. Single leg balance, 3 rounds per side, 20 seconds each. Keep your walks. They're good for your heart, your mind, your mood, your blood sugar. But now you're also filling the 3 gaps walking was never designed to fill. Before you close this video, do one thing. Stand up, find a wall, and do one set of wall push-aways right now. Just one. See how it feels. See if you can sense muscles waking up that your morning walk never reached. Then come back and tell me in the comments, what was the hardest part of what I described today? Or just tell me what city you're watching from. I read every single one. If this gave you something useful, share it with one person over 60 in your life. A parent, a sibling, a neighbor, a friend. You might be giving them something their doctor hasn't had time to explain yet. Subscribe to Active Longevity for more of this. Every week, we break down what the research actually says about aging well. In plain language, no fluff, nothing to sell you. Now close this tab and go do your first set. You've already started.